What's going on, internet? Mike the CPA here. In today's video, I got 10 things that my wife and I do not spend money on. That's coming up right now. If you like today's video, make sure to drop a like and leave a comment down below. Let's get started. Remember, this video is about what I don't want to spend money on. If you want to spend money on these things, feel free to. Absolutely, don't let me stop you. But I'm just sharing the things that I don't personally like to spend money on. The first 5 are from me, and the second group of 5 are from my wife. We're gonna go through these things rapid fire, ladies and gentlemen. The first one is sporting events. I cannot stand the idea of paying so much money to attend a professional baseball game, football game, basketball game, etc. Sorry, sports fans, I'm sorry, and I'm a horrible person, but at least I'll be a horrible person with money.
That doesn't make it sound any better, Mike.
Quiet down, Chipper, quiet down. Look guys, hear me out. The tickets are so freaking expensive now, and the food cost, if you're gonna go to one of these games, is through the roof. Now I live about 2 hours away from San Francisco. So if I wanna go see the San Francisco Giants, I can go see them. But I'm gonna spend 2 to 3 hours in my car because traffic in California is absolutely freaking insane. And then once I get there, if I wanted to buy any meal, I'm easily looking at 20 bucks off the bat. And that's not even alcohol. If you wanna buy a beer, get this, ladies and gentlemen, one beer, a craft beer, is now $20 for a beer. Are you freaking kidding me? Basically, I'm going to one of these sporting events to pay somebody to rob me. No thank you, I think I'm good. In fact, I would probably be better off if I was walking down the street, got jumped and mugged, and they stole my wallet and everything from me. I would still probably come out more financially ahead by getting robbed than if I were to go attend a baseball game. So between the food price, the ticket price, the cost of gasoline, and the time for travel, I'm out. The second thing I don't like to buy a lot of, or buy very rarely, is drinks. Let me elaborate. If I'm going out with friends, I will gladly buy a drink because I don't get to go out with friends a lot, so I don't mind buying a drink or two. And by drink, I'm usually referring to an alcoholic beverage. But the drinks I generally do not spend money on is Starbucks coffee and Jamba Juice. I love them both, I really do. I do, but it's not somewhere I want to spend my money because it can really add up quickly. I think like Jamba Juice now, last time I checked, it's like $7 to buy like a regular drink. That's a meal. No thank you, I'm good. And Starbucks coffee, if I just get their normal coffee, that's not bad, it's like $2. But still, I know I can do a lot better than that. I can do it a lot cheaper. So even though I really like those kinds of drinks, I'm not about to let my wallet commit financial suicide. No. There are a lot of articles out there on the internet, and you've probably seen them, saying if you just invested what you spent on coffee every day, you would become a millionaire. And honestly, those articles, they're a little far-fetched. They're great clickbait articles. You gotta save a little bit more than a cup of coffee a day to become a millionaire. But the idea is you, just by avoiding spending that $2 to $5 a day, I realized I could accumulate a lot of wealth just by avoiding those simple purchases. In a future video, I'll show you guys how inexpensive it is for me to make a cup of coffee. The third thing I avoid at all costs is monthly payment plans. If you haven't noticed, it seems like everything these days can be sold to you on the form of a monthly payment plan. Your car, your credit card payments, your books, your rent, your phone. You know, the list can go on and on. Everything gets broken down into a monthly payment. I am extremely cautious about entering into anything that costs me money on a monthly basis. Remember, your monthly expense is someone else's monthly income. Your monthly expense is somebody else's monthly income. Never forget that. So before I go and take on a new monthly expense, I carefully research what my alternatives are, because at all costs, I want to avoid paying monthly. I want to protect my free monthly cash flow. Why? Because my monthly cash flow that's available to me that is not used up for other expenses, that's the money I can use to actually build wealth for me and my family. So in a world that wants you to do everything monthly on a payment plan, do everything in your power to avoid it. The fourth thing I don't spend money on, and I don't think that you guys are gonna find this surprising, but is gambling. Although I would consider going gambling for fun if a few friends wanted me to go, Personally though, the gambling bug is not in me. You are more likely to be killed by lightning, which is a 1 in 56,439 chance, than you are to win the lottery. You're actually more likely to get killed in your car going to drive to purchase a lotto ticket rather than actually winning the lotto. Think about that one. The amount of money people in America spent on gambling in 2016 was an estimated 116.9 billion. There are a lot of people out there who will say, well, Mike, we know you don't gamble, but we know you put money in that stock market. Well, that's gambling too. Not really. It's a completely different thing. With investing, you have much more control over what investments you choose, how you manage that money. You can mitigate your risk. There's all sorts of things you can do to protect yourself. Studies have shown time and time again that if you invest in real estate, invest in a diversified portfolio of stocks and bonds and other types of investments, you're gonna be much better off in the long run than if you spent your whole lifetime gambling. The fifth thing I don't spend money on, and I really wanted to drive the point home here on this one, is master's degrees. After getting 2 different bachelor degrees and coming out of school with about $15,000 in school-related debt, there was no way, and I mean no way, I was going to pursue a master's degree. And honestly, for the work I do, it is not necessary. It is somewhat depressing for me to say this, but by avoiding higher education through the traditional school system, I've actually been able to stay out of debt and keep our finances in good order. Many people I know who are going to school, they're not able to do that because the school system has rigged itself against the student. Just recently, a former accounting professor of mine at the school I attended, she reached out to me, and this was really nice of her, it really was, but she asked if I would be interested in teaching someday at that university as an accounting professor. She knows I do YouTube, and she knows I have the heart of a teacher. I felt really honored by that email that she would consider me as somebody who she could see as, you know, being a good potential teacher for the college. But the part of me that said, I just can't do this, is when I saw the cost of that master's degree, which is like $30,000, $40,000, it's like, where is the return on investment on that? I just don't see it. And I would have to pay for it all out of pocket, all out of my own pocket. And I would much rather if I have $40,000 to invest, I would much rather put that on a piece of real estate versus putting that into a piece of paper called a master's degree. And just to lay it out like this, guys, by doing this YouTube channel over the last 2.5 years, I've gotten so much positive feedback just on the videos I produce on taxes, is saying I'm getting feedback from students and from professionals actually working in the profession saying that they have learned more from the videos I'm producing on this channel for free, 100% free, no that's how I operate here on Money and Life TV, than they did when they spent thousands and thousands of dollars as a semester at the college they attended. I feel like I have such a greater opportunity teaching here behind this camera than I ever would at a university. And if I would do it if the master's degree wasn't in the way, but since I don't have my master's and I'm not about to pay for it out of my own pocket, I'm good with that one. Besides, guys, I love being able to teach you things over YouTube where the school system can't tell me what I can or cannot teach. All right, guys, those are the 5 things I don't spend money on. But now I'd like to discuss 5 things that my wife doesn't spend money on either. Now, my wife is not one to come on the camera, but she shared her thoughts with me, and now I want to go over some of the things she mentioned of things she does not like to spend money on. So the first thing my wife does not like to spend money on is luxury goods. Example, expensive backpacks, expensive clothing, expensive purses. Buying luxury goods is definitely not my wife's thing. She's so much happier buying a purse that she gets a good deal on, like whether it's 20 bucks or 40 bucks or whatever at Ross or TJ Maxx, versus spending $200 to $300 or even more at a store like Coach or one of those luxury purse providers. There's so many different brands now. There's ridiculous amounts of brands. I think she gets her thrill from shopping of how much money she can save while getting the item that suits her needs. That's her thing. And speaking of luxury goods, the next thing she doesn't spend money on is jewelry.
What?
How did I get so lucky? I know, as a husband, I am so lucky. Even though I will buy her some jewelry, even though she doesn't buy it for herself. She feels like it's so nice that she shouldn't wear it. She's afraid of damaging it or having it stolen. And so she'd much rather just keep all that money in her own pocket and not spend it on fancy stones. The next thing my wife that she doesn't like to spend money on is manicures and pedicures. You won't see her in like a beauty salon or getting her nails done or facials, all that kind of stuff. This is not her. It's not who she is. She does buy, she wanted me to share this with you. She does buy a kit in order to do it herself at home if she wants her nails done a certain way or if she wants a pedicure. She does have the products to do it herself, but she rarely does it. And when she does do it, it's extremely cost effective because she's not paying somebody 30, 40 bucks or however much it is to get that done. The next thing my wife absolutely does not like to spend a lot of money on is clothing. She says there are so many options available now to buy clothes that she doesn't see any reason to pay full price for it. That's why she often will go to TJ Maxx or Ross. If she's going to a store like Kohl's, for example, she's gonna make sure she has her coupons and everything else. And because part of the game, part of the thrill for her is getting that clothing she likes at a good discount. The other day she bought a beautiful dress, and I mean it's absolutely gorgeous, and I kid you not, it was $5. $5 from the clearance rack. And it looks amazing on her. And so she's very, very good at hunting down bargains. And the last thing my wife does not like to spend money on is gym memberships. She's totally happy, totally fine with working out here at home. That's not for me now. I pay to go to the gym. I need to go more often, as you guys can see. But for her, going to the gym is not that important. She has different exercise videos she watches, does yoga, does like Zumba and all that kind of stuff. So that keeps her healthy, happy, just right here at home and no monthly fee. All right, ladies and gentlemen, those were 10 things that my wife and I do not like to spend money on. I could keep going and going, but I'm gonna stop right there. I hope you guys found this video helpful. If you did, make sure you drop a like before you leave because it really helps get this information out to more and more people. And please, below in the comment section, let me know what you guys don't spend money on. I would love to hear that. What things that just drive you crazy and you will absolutely not spend money on them? I wanna know. Leave all of your thoughts in the comments. Also in the comments, let me know if you want to see more videos around this topic. With that being said, if you're brand new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to not miss any of our future uploads. Here on Money and Life TV, we make videos to help you become fiscally fit as we teach finances, investing, taxes, and so much more. Thank you everyone for hanging out with me. It is always good to see all of you. I look forward to interacting with you in the comments section. Live life uncaged, everybody, and have a great week. Peace.